Good afternoon. It is December 14th, 2023, and today we had, I would characterize it as a range day. Um, One thing I want to start out with is I've noticed this. I don't think it's my imagination, but I've noticed that some days the measured moves work more like these measured legs. So you see here, we got a leg up, then we get a second pretty much measured leg up. And then over here, we get pretty much two perfect measured legs down. And then here we get pretty much two perfect measured legs up. So I feel like sometimes the measured moves will be more so these legs, and then sometimes they'll be better measured using like these ranges, measured moves of these ranges. You can see if I put the midline there, we still went to that level. So you could argue it's still that, but it's just something I've noticed. Some days they favor the legs, some days they favor the ranges. Um, Probably not that big of a deal, but just something I feel like I've seen. Anyway, there was a gap when we opened today, so it's pretty likely that we'll test that gap. I don't have the trades marked yet, but I watched the chart all day, so I'll feel pretty confident in marking them as I go through this. Quick look at the daily chart. Looks like it closed a bullish doji. So I believe there was a news item at 5:30 that didn't really do much, just ranging in the overnight. Um, just ranging. It'd be really hard to play, but 5:30 comes right here when we rocket up, and I don't think there's a way to really get in on this, especially since the news announcement came in. But then we come up here, and then we just start flip-flopping. So this kind of looked like a range, not very consistent with the highs and lows. Uh, but it was a bias to the upside. Oh, you know what? I did like this one in real time. But I marked it red, but I mean, that's aggressive. You don't know where it's going, and this looks like it could be support. So let me mark that as green. The bias is up at that point. So I think you're being a little risky there. Probably want to wait for some more attempts at a new high like this and this, before taking a failure. I think this one is better. I'll still mark it green because at that point it looks like we're going sideways, but this one, I feel like that one's better. But that's a failure. Then we trap a bunch of longs here, and the floor falls out, and maybe you take this one. I kind of like this one. Let's see where the next level is. Yeah, because I'd probably be looking to take it down to here. It doesn't go down to there. If you put your stop way above here, it gets down there, and you can see it bounces there. So I do like that. And then we come back. And I do believe this is a channel, this downward move. But this is definitely a channel up. So I don't think you can take anything in this channel. No longs, I don't think. I mean, maybe you take this one. There's room to the high of the channel. First entry, second entry long. But we had that at this point, this looks like an overshoot. Let's see if this would look like a midline. Yeah, maybe this is a midline, so there's reason to consider that. But I think I'd probably have it drawn like this. And then I would think that's an overshoot. So sell off, go sideways a little bit, and then we get another rally, and it finds resistance up here. And so you do get this micro, like quadruple top right here, second entry short looking thing, and it starts to sell off. I mean, maybe you take this one. That looks pretty good. It kind of looks like a double test of resistance. Very bearish bar, engulfing bar. Looks pretty good. You can see a lot of people like that. Look at this huge bar right here. But people, what's happening is people are scalping. You have a lot of flip-flopping. So that's why when it gets down here, and I mean, maybe they just went for a two for one risk-reward ratio, 12 ticks. So maybe they went for like 6 points, 77. Yeah, it's just about, it's like 8 points. So when they got that, they took their profits. We go sideways, and we get a break, spike and channel up. Is how I saw it. And I don't think you can scalp any of this in here. And I think what happens here is, you know, we've tried to go higher so many times, and that combined with the fact that we still have a gap on the chart, I think the sellers just came in. And you got a quadruple top or whatever. And a few inside bars. And the floor fell out. Big move. So you see here we got this bar, inside bar, a bar inside of that, and then an outside bar. So Al Brooks talks about that. I'm not too sure what he says about that, but he talks about it as a reversal pattern. Something to think about. So we get this leg down, then we go sideways, and we get a second leg down. And you could probably enter short in here, but it's aggressive with all the overlap and congestion. Nice strong move down, some sideways stuff, and boom. And then we bounce at the measured move. You get a higher low here, and you get a second entry. I don't care that this isn't the new low. That's a good second entry long, and I think you should take that. Problem is there's two legs in this move, and you're going into resistance, or potential resistance, I should say. So that's the problem. That's why it's green. You get a second entry long right here. And I don't think you want to take this second entry long. I think that's it for today. That's pretty congested right there, so I don't think you should take that. So very volatile day. Hope everyone had a good day. I'll be back tomorrow.